Hello, Leo. This reading is for you, okay? Leo. Okay. So I just want to clear the energy really quick. Okay. Leo. So before every reading, I always do a little meditation, and I was seeing a llama. And it was so, like, I need to know what the spiritual meaning of llamas are. So I looked it up before your reading. And what came up first thing that I could just read was knowing what dream is meant for you. Like knowing which vision, which dream, which idea is the one that's meant for you. And I feel like for a lot of you, that has been, the readings lately have been about that. About understanding like which dream is for you, what's for you, what's not for you. Look at this Emperor came out. I'm telling you. There's something really big that you're attracting here. There's something, a really big change here that's coming into play. It's been a long time coming. You know now what's right for you. In the past, nothing worked out. You tried a lot of different things, a lot of different relationships, a lot of different friendships, a lot of different everything. Nothing worked out because it wasn't meant to. You were thinking too small scale. You were thinking too limited. It's like every friend, every relationship, it's like they were all the way in this lower vibration and you just came out of that lower vibration. So you still had it going on a little bit, but most part you were out of it. And these people were not trying to get out of it. They weren't. Look at this Ace of Cups. There's the love for you. And the Ace of Wands. Definitely a victory here. Definitely a new opportunity here for you to make something remarkable. What I love about this card is if you see back here, it's like brown mountains. Okay? I know you can kind of, like hardly see, but it's like brown mountains. Looking and resembling the mountains behind the Emperor here. And then you have this castle here. So it's like there is something here where you're going to be able to make a castle. You're going to be able to make some security and a way of luxury in a greater capacity than you ever have before. And that's something where it's like, yeah, we strive for something, we desire something, we want it. And then, we work towards it, we line up with it, we allow it to come in from the universe. And then when it's here, we celebrate it. We acclimate to the change. We enjoy it, right? And then a new dream comes and we have a new desire and we have a new thing to strive for and to attract. And we're always somewhere in that phase. You're always going from one dream to another in some way or capacity. You're always going from one thing that you're thinking about, that you're vibrational match to another thing that you want to be a vibrational match to, or you become a vibrational match to, whether you choose to or not. So it's like you're controlling it either way, so might as well do it the way you want. Might as well use your power, right? And that's what a lot of you are realizing here. 3 aces now. We've seen 3 aces. There's something here where you're going towards something new. You're going towards a bigger dream that, makes sense for you and doesn't necessarily have to make sense to this world in any way. It's like, that's the thing, is like, you don't really have to explain anything to anybody. You have the 8 of Pentacles here. There's something now that you're working really hard at. It's like, okay, knowing what is no longer working out and knowing what is. There could be a shift in a way that you're making that you're not going to go back to another way, an older way of doing things. And that's that. And there's a lot of different things that could have to do with. It's like maybe you are selling paper. You know, you're making paper and you're selling paper. And maybe there's an old ancient way where people make like paper and it looks like old handmade paper, you know, and you're doing it this older way because you just feel this pull to do this. And there is a way that that can become more successful than the other way. So it's like you're there's something here that you have an idea to change. So something is more proficient for you. It's like you think that you have to work really hard to make something happen, and maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. Maybe it's like you can do the older way, but you can add your own twist to it that's actually a lot easier, and you get more production done, and it doesn't cost you as much, and you don't have to spend as much time doing it at all. And it will be even more successful than if you did that the harder way. That, yeah, this Nine of Swords flew out. So this is something that you're going to come to realize, that there is a way that you can do something in a different way, and it can be very, very, very victorious here. So, sorry, I have an incense and I'm like, is this burning something? Why does it smell like that? I don't know. I think it's fine. We'll see, I guess. So this is like Martha Stewart, you know, when she first started selling her cakes. Yeah, this is the story. This is exactly the story. Wow. Okay, I'll explain this in a minute. So she started selling her cakes in a bakery or whatever, blah blah blah, and you know, nobody was buying them, and she put the price like 3 times higher. People were buying them like crazy, and she didn't do any extra work. Nothing. People wanted to spend more money. They thought that was more about. So it could be a thing that it's like weird, like how it would make sense. I know someone who had a bakery, and the bakery failed, and so she created an Amazon account to sell all of the tools, cooking items that she used for the bakery because her bakery was closed. And she made so much money just selling stuff, reselling stuff, that she ended up starting just buying things and reselling them. And she lives doing that. She makes a great income, you know, and she doesn't really have to work that hard. She can ship stuff directly from this person to that person. And Amazon packages everything for her. She doesn't have to, okay, I'm like an Amazon, I sound like, I'm just saying, there are some, so it's like when that bakery failed, okay, this was a devastation, right? This was you know, when Martha Stewart's trying to sell these cakes, okay, they're not selling. What am I going to do? You know, and so this is somebody saying, okay, you know what? I am just going to follow my intuition on this one. That's what the Queen of Wands represents, is following just this intuition here. And realizing that you want this whole world. What have I got to lose? I'll just price them really high and see what happens. What have I got to lose? At least I can sell this equipment that I have. She could have just gave it away. She could have just thrown it all away because she was so upset. She could have done a lot of different things. But she said, you know what? There was a feeling, there was an impulse, and she followed it. And it turned out to be something that she was giving to, that gave back to her and changed the way that she was able to do things, to build and grow something into something else here. That's what the Hierophant card is talking about. There is a way that things are in this world. People want to, if they spend a lot of money, they feel like they're doing something of value. The same cake for 1/3 of the price, and people are like, get out of here. You know? So, okay, sell your cakes for more. That's right. If this is the way that the world works, okay, fine. You know? So, and it's like this woman, you know, she was working so hard at this bakery. You know, she wasn't able to be home. And this way she was able to, you know, work for a few hours while her kids are at school. And, She has more possibilities, ways to spend her day. She can just bake a little bit for her family. She doesn't have to do it every day to where it burns out her dream and it becomes, a nightmare. Working so hard that it becomes a nightmare. So there was a way that you could do something simpler. And the universe is trying to show you that way. So this is the universe saying, follow that impulse. And don't be afraid to just, I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. I'm just going to throw this out there and see what the universe gives me back. I'm just going to express what I'm feeling and see where this goes, because you have the Page of Wands here. So this is leading to a new journey for yourself here. Look at the Fool and the Ten of Pentacles. I'm telling you, this is going to lead to this, taking this new journey, taking this new beginning here. And it's very interesting because they're facing two different ways. So maybe you were prepared to go on one particular journey, but you're going to go on a different one instead. It's like maybe you were a hairdresser and a ton of people came to you for counsel. And now it's like, people are wanting you to be their life coach. So it's like, yeah, I was going towards this one, but now I'm going towards this one. But they're both dreams that you have, and whichever one it is that's pulling you in this other direction here, it's going to lead to a lot of victory, a lot of stabilized increase here, a lot of independence for you financially, increasing wealth here, loyalty, new friendships, new people are surrounding you here. There's just a change that's happening here, and it's like you don't have to work as hard as you thought that you did. You really don't. A lot of you are praying for some sort of a love situation. We're going to see more about that when we clarify. Could have to do with a Gemini person, an Aries person. You have Taurus here, another Leo. Yeah. Let's see. What an interesting... Wow, this is so interesting. Okay, let's see the Emperor. Four of Wands. Wow. You have Temperance coming out. You're making something into something more stable for yourself. You're taking something to another level now that you weren't able to take it to this level before. This is the Four of Wands is talking about a commitment here. So this is talking about, hey, how are we gonna, wanting to plan ahead and come together here in a way, right? So this can talk about something where in business, you're finding a way to come together here, to bring something together. And use your time wisely here and discern where it's best for you to use your energy. Because it's like you want to use your energy where it's most needed, where you're going to see the most optimal outcome. It's like giving me this energy of somebody who wants to be at their business 24/7, like they are the business. And it's like, well, you hired other people so you don't have to do that. And maybe you want to do that at this point, but if you do that at this point, it's not going to be too long before you're going to be burnt out. And wouldn't you, the universe is like, no, you actually want to work a little bit, enjoy what you're doing, and increase your wealth, lower your input that you need to do, right? And enjoy this life. There is a way here where the universe is like, look, it doesn't have to be that hard. You're making it harder than it needs to be. So just keep that open in your mind. And the answers will come to you that you need here. You have the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, and the 8 of Wands here. There's something that you're really, 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 really worried about with the 9 of Swords. There's something that's stressing you out. It could be finances. There's something here that you're just stressed out about, but it's like you're going to find out that it's okay. You're going to find out that you're going to be able to do something that you're wanting to do that's going to lead to a lot of emotional fulfillment for you. But right now, you don't know which way it's going to go. Let's see this Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, really? You know, you have the King of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Death card, and the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles twice here. A lot of stability coming in. You're finally going to get to see that there is an ending to what? You know, King of Wands has to go out there and do everything. They're the one in control of everything. The King of Wands over here, he's like clenching his fist here. If you can see, these cards are shiny and beautiful, but it can be difficult to show. So he's kind of like going like this with his fist a little bit. It's like a little bit open, but it's like, it reminds me of like Mr. Darcy, if you've ever seen Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley. There's a lot of different versions of that, but I know the Keira Knightley one, they show Mr. Darcy like holding his hand and then releasing, you know, like he's only showing it right there that he actually has feelings for her, but he's hiding it. Some of you may have a secret admirer situation that it comes out that all along this person had feelings for you, but they had no love and then separated and then coming back together. No. That's not what I'm talking about. So anyways, there is this energy of you having to handle things, you having to put things in order, you know, and holding back what it is that you really, really want because you think it might be too good to be true. And that's kind of what Mr. Darcy is doing. He is like, you know, in love with Keira Knightley, but he is holding back, you know, for a lot of reasons. Just being intimidated, blah, blah, blah. So there could be something here where it's like, no, you're worthy of, you know, the big dream, the all the way dream. And you're transitioning to finally seeing the world in a way where, yeah, this big dream that you have is possible. You can have it and you deserve to have it and you should have it. So, you know, you're going to have it, you're attracting it. There's a certain determination that you have now that, you know, let's see this Eight of Pentacles. You have the Hermit. You have a dream. This is the Llama. You have a dream. You know what dream is right for you within you. And now it's like, okay, I'm focusing on creating this in my 3D reality. And you're going to spend your time doing something that, you know, you care about, that you're driven to do, that you're seeing and you're putting the progress in and you're seeing progress out and you're, you know, you have the Seven of Swords and you have the Five of Cups. Just clarifying this Nine of Swords here. Ten of Swords. Something is coming to an end. You're realizing how to change what it is you're doing so that you're not in this state anymore. You know, when you have the Nine of Swords, this is, you know, being in a nightmare and, oh, what do you know? Staying in the nightmare. And, oh my gosh, this is such a nightmare. Whew. Yep. Living in a nightmare. You know what I mean? It's like, it never ends. And the Ten of Swords is a beautiful card because, yeah, maybe it gets a little worse. You got another sword here, don't you? But you know what? That's an ending. It's the straw that broke the camel's back. I said llama, not camel, but still. It's a straw that broke the camel's back. You can no longer go on a journey for somebody else. You can no longer take up a cause for somebody else. You can no longer hold yourself back, put yourself down for anyone else, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't ever. There's something about keeping something hush-hush that you're not going to do anymore. You're not going to do anymore. There is something here that you're upset that it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to work out. And even if it did, you wouldn't be happy with that. And you know that, but that doesn't change like having those kinds of feelings about that. And that's a normal process, you know, that happens. But you're finding another way now to handle things, to be in this world. You're coming up out of this. Yeah, you have the Three of Swords here, and then you have the Three of Pentacles. It's like, you know, I'm really done being sad. I'm really done being betrayed. I'm done entertaining these sorts of people in my life that do not build anything. They don't offer anything. You're finally realizing like, I have a lot to offer and I don't deserve this. So why do I keep saying yes to it? I'm not going to anymore. And this dream that I have in my head, I'm not just going to daydream it sometimes. Like, no, I'm going to live it. You know, I'm going to be in alignment in my life. And you just want to be happy, and you just want to be around people that are happy as well. And you want to do things that make you feel happy and bring joy to your heart. And if it doesn't bring joy to your heart to do it or to talk about it or to be around these kinds of people or do these kinds of things, then guess what? It's done. That's it. You don't really need any explanation. You really don't. Three of Wands. It's time now for this change. It's time now to move forward with something full steam ahead. There is something that you have a passion for, you have a drive for, you love doing it, and you're working towards making this happen. It could be a project, something you're crafting, something you're trying to make a change in your life now. And Spirit is like, yeah, now is the time for you to go like full steam ahead on this, you know, and put all your energy towards that. Yeah, it's like understanding when you need to rest, when you need to take a break, when you need to, all of those kinds of things. But also acknowledging that you can put all your energy towards this. And, you know, it's like what you're wanting to do at this time. So let's see this Page of Wands here. Whoa. I knew it was going to be about love. I knew it was going to be about love. You have the Page of Cups and you have the Knight of Cups. So this is a person who, you know, they have an opportunity. It comes out of the blue. They want to get to know you a little bit, but nothing really seems like comes of it. Maybe you just notice someone looking at you or something, or you have this energy, this inclination that something is going to happen soon. Someone, you know, is coming and you're going to meet a person soon. For a lot of you, it can just be that feeling, you know. And then you have this Knight of Cups. So this is a person coming forward, willing to offer, you know, their cup of love here. This is the energy of, you know, Mr. Darcy deciding to open up here. It's like maybe in the past, they didn't make a move because they were very focused on work. They were very focused on becoming established and wanting to be able to come towards you. Like they didn't feel like they had anything to offer you. So this is what caused them to feel like they should not move forward because they don't want to come forward and not offer you anything. And then the answer wouldn't be yes, you know? And so it's like, well, what's the point of that? You know, so that can be an energy too of this particular person. You have the Queen of Swords and then you have the King of Cups. You always get these two cards. It's like you're discerning what's right for you and what's not right for you. And so when this person comes in, you're going to use that discernment. And when anybody comes towards you, you're going to use that discernment. And Spirit is like, yes, you need to do that. Because you can't just trust just anybody. You know, if you're starting a business and you're finally going to let somebody in and they're the kind of person that's going to backstab you, you know, and you give them access to everything, well, they could wipe out all your money and then what? You know, so yeah. You have this Empress here. So it's like you have finally learned here the lessons of all the queens. You're a very well-rounded person, a very grounded energy. People just feel comfortable around you. People feel at home around you, like they can be themselves around you, like they can trust you. Like you're a very caring individual. And it's a very beautiful energy to have, but you now understand how to protect it, how to just politely end a conversation, how to just not reach out to people that don't deserve to be around your energy, that don't, if you're around other people that don't value themselves, right? How are they going to value you? They're not. And this is going to lead to problems for you. And this is why nothing ever really came together here for you. And this is changing. That's what's changing here for you. You are realizing that you deserve more, and you're allowing the universe. These are two cards of allowing, the Fool and the Empress. You're allowing the universe to bring that to you. And you had the Emperor in the very beginning. With this Four of Wands here, you can meet someone that, you're able to share your life with, that you're able to make a commitment with. It's a very beautiful energy. Let's see this 10 of Pentacles. Whoa. Oh my gosh, wow. You have Judgment, you have the Three of Cups, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. This could be somebody coming back in. This could really be some, to have Judgment with the Three of Cups. I don't read the Three of Cups as somebody coming back. I don't. Judgment to me is that. That's what Judgment is. This is the Lovers waking back up from the dead. And so, I don't think that you had a really deep, strong relationship with this person and they broke your heart and the whole thing. No. But maybe you thought something was going to happen. Maybe you thought somebody liked you and they never really made a move, so you just assumed that they didn't. Or just assumed that they had somebody else, or just assumed that it wasn't meant to be, whatever. But there is something here where, no, this person was preparing themselves for you because they wanted to build themselves up. You have very intimidating energy. You have very powerful energy. And now you're allowing this person in because it's the right time. There's some things that you had to go through. There's some revelations that you had, some introspection that you did. You're a different person now than you were before. You're a different person today than you were yesterday. And there is something about this shift that's very important. It was a very destined to happen. So, this person here, yeah, you had two cards that fell over here. I just turned them over. You have the Four of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So this is now all four aces out. And this is, look, unexpected. You're not expecting this communication. Yeah. You're not expecting this communication, but that doesn't mean that it's not amazing. And you had to first, there was something about a broken heart that you had to walk away from a person that you were still energetically, spiritually, you were still holding out for that. You were still closing your heart off to something. There was something that happened with family that broke your heart. There was something here that changed, that you walked away from, and this changed you. You're not going to be the same after this. And now you could have this Two of Cups. Now you could let in this love. This equal give and take kind of love. Before, you wouldn't have. It wouldn't have been equal give and take because you would have overgave. And this would have messed up the balance. This would have messed everything up. Yeah. So the universe knows when we're ready for something and when we're not. And that's just it. So, yeah. Okay. Warrior, be fearless and stay strong. You're learning that you're becoming your own warrior. You don't need anybody else to be your warrior. Wow. Star ancestor. Follow the voice in your soul. And look at the pyramids. Camels. Wow. That's what you're doing here. You're recognizing what dream is for you. You now know, hey, this is the dream that I'm actually is being called from within my heart. Is the voice of my soul is telling me that this dream is right. That's what camels, spirit animal signifies. That's what the star ancestor is saying. That's what your reading was saying. You now understand what's right for you. Great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. A lot of you are attracting in a person. You're attracting in a person that is a great teacher, that does learn from spiritual experiences, and that wants to have a new experience with you. Just look at how much this looks like the Fool card here. It's like you're in this free rebirth, trusting in myself, trusting in the divine, moving forward. And so is this person, and you just end up in each other's arms. How magical is that? You have the arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. I feel like this person has protective nature about them. They're a very protective person. They will protect you. They will protect the people that they care about. You will also protect the people that you care about. And Spirit's like, yeah, that's what you deserve. Somebody that gives what you give. That's why we have the 2 cups somewhere here. You have this snake card here, signifying that this is something big. This is something divinely guided. You and this person are going to be an example for the divine, great teacher, star ancestor. You and this person are both going to be a teacher, leading by example, the example of your lives together, the way that you are. People are going to say, that's who I want to be like. Have you ever seen a couple and just, you're like, yep, that's what I want. You ever met a person, maybe a celebrity, who knows, and you're like, yes, that's it. And right around the time when you're manifesting something really big, a huge change in your life, you could hear about, you could be at lunch and you hear people behind you talking about, and it's like, that's my dream, what they're talking about. This is the universe telling you, yeah, you're around people that have this. You keep hearing about it because you're getting closer and closer to that vibrational frequency, because you're also becoming a vibrational match to it. And that's what's going to be your life. So you have no limits now. You used to try to make a dream with limits, and now you're realizing, oh, the limit is the stars, which means there's no limits. You have the elk. It's a very spiritually evolved person. Elk are very noble. This is, a message from the divine that you are being protected, and that you can, rely on yourself and your ability to move forward here with this elk card. You have the mouse card. There could be things that you're holding on to that you don't need. That's what the mouse signifies. Holding on to things that you're not needing. No, you're really not. And how can you make something tailored to you? You see these books, children's books, and it's like a mouse. And, the mouse's chair fits the mouse. The mouse's house fits the mouse. The mouse is not trying to grow to fit. You know what I mean? They have things that fit them the way that they are. And so that's just a message that's coming through. How, you're gonna, there's something that it's like, how can you make something better for you so it fits you? Don't focus on everybody else or how everybody else does things. There's like maybe a way that you want to change some things, and it's like, yeah, what makes the best sense for you? It's like maybe most bakeries open really early in the morning, but it's like you're a night owl. You don't want to do that. So you open your bakery in the evening, and guess what? It's the only bakery in the whole town that's open. So you're crazy successful just because you decided to follow what fits for you. Follow the voice inside your soul. You may be holding on to things that are not of benefit to you. So pay attention to that. If you're not needing something, well, there you go. You don't need it. You have the rebellion here. And with this warrior card here, stand strong. It could be people against you, people that don't understand you, people that don't understand the ways that you're wanting to do things, and they want to try to keep you in a way that is going to be beneficial to them, or they want you to follow what they deem is appropriate, or, it's like people have their own dreams for us. It's like, oh, well, that's great. Get out of here. Focus your energy on yourself. You should be living your dream, and you don't really have to answer to anybody else. Yeah, innovation. There is something here that you have a unique sort of a dream. that it's different. You want to live your life in a way that's different. And it's like other people kind of want to ask questions. They want to understand. They want to insert their opinion. And it's like their happiness depends upon how you live your life. Please. No, that's not going to risk. You have risk. You have a risky idea that's, it's different than what other people do here. And the spirit is telling you, yeah, do it. You're supposed to do it. It's like when you're doing something differently, when you're doing something here, you don't know how it's gonna turn out. It's like, yeah, nobody ever got anywhere worth it being like everybody else. Eccentricity, are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? This is the card of, look, fish flying. This is the card of, you know what? Screw what anybody thinks. The stars are the limit, and the stars are not a limit. The stars are just endless opportunities that you're able to make possible. There are pyramids here. How do we make the pyramids? How did that even freaking happen? Come on. You can create castles and buttons and pyramids just as easily as you can create, a button or a key or a flower, anything. This is the card. These cards are really saying, put yourself out there. Do it. Be a weirdo. That's great. Weirdos are great. If nobody was weird, the world would suck and be so boring. All the great people throughout history, all of these remarkable souls, they were all outcasts. They were all weirdos. And they were great. And they were awesome. And tell me you wouldn't want to be any one of them in any second. You know what I mean? So just go for it. Screw everybody. Let's see. I feel like, your person as well that you're bringing in. Yeah, there's somebody that is on this path too. They're on this risk-taking path. They're on this innovation path. They're cool with being a rebel. They want to talk about these out there ideas. They're a person that, their life isn't like anybody else's and they don't want it to be. That's the thing, is like everybody else in your past, you couldn't really connect with them. This song that spoke to your soul, you couldn't share it with them. This new person coming in, you can. That's how you're going to know for real. Okay, let's see what you got here. Wow. Pin. New job or career. Yeah. There's a new direction that you're going in that's going to be amazing here. Money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Like the whole reading. Feather. Someone is undependable and insincere. Pay attention to people needing you and like needing your life to go a particular way for their own happiness. That's manipulation. That's not right. They need to take their own energy and put it towards making their life better. And you trying to help anyone that's in this kind of energy, it may seem like you're doing something great. This is a lot of people in the world consider this some sort of charity or something. No. You're just keeping this person in an energy of begging for a meal instead of teaching them how to fish and let them go. And guess what? They're not going to want to fish. They're still going to want to beg. And it's like, no, you can't do that. They deserve to have everything as well. But they have to make this choice. They have to make this choice to line up with all of their own dreams. They have a voice of their own soul that they can get to. And the more you try to help someone in a mentality of lack, the more you're only holding them back and putting yourself down. Waste of time. You have vision. I didn't see this card. It was right under here. So, what is this vision for your life? And make it bigger. It's like you don't know anyone that has the life that you're envisioning. Yeah, because you're going to be the example. This relationship that you have, everybody, gets married and then they're kind of miserable and it falls apart, or they stay together and act like they're happy. Nobody that's married travels the world together. They don't do that. Nobody that's married, both of them are just amazing, well-rounded people. I don't know what it is. It doesn't have to be anything about marriage either. But there is a vision that it's like you used to think that this vision was impossible, and now you're like, hey, wait a minute, it's possible. Why can't it be possible? Yeah. Especially with this eccentricity card. Yeah. Wow. Okay, Leo, this is what I got for you. Amazing, amazing, amazing. If you resonated with the video and you want to like or subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, I have a book. It's called One Light. It's all about the law of attraction and manifesting. So if you're interested, it's in the description.